Okay. All right. Hi, I'm Jeanne Carrington, and I'm interviewing Minette Gabrielio. She is from the Philippines originally. She's been in the United States since 2005, and she is a nurse. What kind of nurse are you?
I'm a med-surg nurse. I work in things.
Okay. She's just a good old nurse. All right. So, we are going to answer these questions together. So first, Minette, describe to me the most important values and beliefs of your culture.
Okay, Filipino culture, Filipino basically has a lot, it's a multiverse values, beliefs, but most importantly, Filipinos have close family ties. Respect is very important, patience, and of course, God-fearing and hospitable. So if you go to the Philippines, expect when you just land out in the airport, you see a lot of people smiling. They're very, very welcoming. And if you go more deeply into the suburbs, you can see in a house, a lot of families live in one house, not just one, not just two, but maybe 3 or 4 families living in that one because of the close family ties.
Why don't we just go in the phone? All right. Well, we're just going to leave that and keep on going.
Yep.
Okay, so please describe important cultural events, celebrations, and practices in your culture.
Okay. Very, very important. Number 1, Christmas and New Year's. Christmas is really, really celebrated in the Philippines. When the month of the birth starts, especially September 1st, Christmas is already celebrated in the entire Philippines. You will hear Christmas carols being played around the malls. You will see all Christmas lights in the streets, in the lampposts, in the houses. Christmas trees are up, and then it'll last like until probably February or March. So that's when we celebrate Christmas and New Year. Also, we do have a fiesta celebration in honor of patron saint, since the Philippines is a Catholic, mostly Catholic people. So we value fiesta celebrations that we inherited from the Spanish.
Okay. And what are some reading materials, films, or videos that you could tell us about that would help us learn more about the Philippines?
There's a lot of books in there, but you could do like cultures and customs of the Philippines. There's a book on that one. It talks about the different cultures, the different customs of Filipinos. Also, if you Google or if you do search on YouTube, you can find a lot of movies or short films regarding Filipino cultures, customs, and traditions.
So, okay. How do you think others outside your culture view your culture?
That's a lot of, there's a lot of people like how they view our culture, but basically they view us as loving and caring people. If you would see, I don't know if you watch Jokoy, not a Filipino family, or not a Filipino mother would want like to have somebody like a nurse in the family. So they always want to have a nurse in their family. So we do take care of our people, our families, even to not even the closest, not just the close-knit ones, even the extended family. So relatives, friends, if they're sick, we're there to help. So we care for them. That's why a lot of Filipino nurses are here in the States to take care of the patients. Not just in the hospitals, but as well in nursing homes and long-term acute cares. So
you have the culture also has influenced y'all going into nursing.
Yeah, that's one.
Awesome. Okay, what are your fondest memories from your childhood?
Yay. Filipino games and vacations in the provinces. So we love to go to the provinces because of the beaches. We love to go there also because of the food. In the provinces, you really don't have much of the technology thing yet, so you really have the experience of doing like Filipino games that you want to experience that you don't do it in the city area. So, yay!
Tell me about some of those games. I know Ron mentioned one earlier when we were talking.
Yeah, there's like, but this is like the common Filipino. We do play Chinese garter. I don't know if you play Chinese garters here, but we have this like long garter that's like 2 kids standing, and then you have to jump over the garter, and it goes higher.
Oh, like
so
a
you have
rope?
to, yeah,
Like a rope?
yeah. it's a garter, but you have to jump over it until like you reach the head part, or sometimes you have to put like two fingers all the way above your head, and then you need to jump it. That's one. Number two, we also have like a Japanese game, where there are like two teams. We have like different poses that you have to like run after the other, and you have to like pick that person, and that becomes your prisoner. So they have to save that prisoner. If nobody saves that prisoner, if the one team gets everybody in there, that they lose. The other one is what we call it like tubig tubig. It's more like tubig is water in English. So it's where played by two games, and you have to pass through lines back and forth until you reach your home base. So if you don't get caught, then you win.
And were these games you played in school, or just at home, or both?
Home and school.
Home and school.
Home and school.
Awesome. Okay, how about, have you ever experienced any prejudice or discrimination?
Okay, how would I say this one? Discrimination, like, well, being a nurse, there are patients who would always ask for like Filipino nurses. I would think that would also be considered as prejudice on the other part, but yeah, they would always ask for Filipino nurses. They get excited if they have Filipino nurses who take care of that.
So the prejudice is a positive.
A positive
You're
prejudice.
Not
It's not a negative
You're
one.
seeing a positive. People
Yeah.
want you as their nurse because you're Filipino.
Yeah, but not just that. There's also like I've heard stories or watched videos of being discriminated. I just watched this video one time. I think it was like about last week. It occurred in a a grocery store. There was this Filipino family buying their groceries, and there was this old lady who was in accent, who was like bad mouthing this family. She was saying that you need to go back to your country. You don't belong here. You're stealing our jobs. You're stealing our food. And it was just so rude. It was like really bad to watch. It's sad, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard watching those videos because we came here. We worked hard for our families. We worked hard to put food on our table. So I don't think it's fair for them, to tell that to not just Filipinos but to other cultures or other nationalities as well.
Okay, given what's happened in recent events, what do you think can be done about prejudices and discrimination?
That one proper information should be incorporated, especially on the grassroots. So even like children as early as 5, 6, or 7 years old, they need to be taught on how to respect cultures. They need to be taught on be sensitive enough to this culture. So I think it would be appropriate that the schools would incorporate some of these cultures into their class, because that would be very helpful to be able for them to realize that, hey, this is different from us. So if they are respecting our culture, we need to respect their culture.
Okay, what do you think is the biggest misconception about your culture?
They don't know where the Philippines is. I've heard before, they're like, what? I thought it's just monkeys who live there, not people. So I'm like, oh, okay. So does it make me a monkey? I don't think so. That one. And then also is like, they said, we do have some of the, what did I say, like an accent thing? Right. So, I don't know if it's a misconception thing or what. Filipinos have heavy accents. So, but I don't, so it's just probably that, they don't know where the Philippines is. So, but recently when a lot of people have, a lot of Filipinos have came up, like Manny Pacquiao, Laya Salonga, and the recent Miss Universe, I think that made impact to the Philippines. It's more like giving them the information that, hey, that we're here, we have this, and we can do this.
Well, I think, too, when you were talking to me earlier, I want you to elaborate on the fact that most people don't know about the U.S. having?
Oh, yeah, being colonized? Yes. The Philippines was colonized by the Americans for quite a while. A lot, or some of our cultures, basically, we adapted from Americans too. General Douglas MacArthur saved the Philippines from the Japanese. So we really had, we're adapted to him on that one. Yeah, so I think also, I don't know if you guys were aware that MacArthur went to the Philippines and saved us. So, that's why Filipinos have good English. And mind you, Filipinos, if you go to the Philippines, even the child can speak English to you. They know how to speak English. Okay.
All right, and as religious, ethnic, and cultural diversity increases in our society, what do you think schools can do to better prepare students to interact with others who are different from themselves?
Okay, you could incorporate international games in your physical education class. So at least like probably, okay, for this week, let's try to do like a Mexican game. So you learn on how to do it, and then you apply it. So, and then the next week, a different international game, like a Filipino game. You learn, you read about it, and then you apply and do it. It's fun. Secondly, what you could do is do like what you call like an international school fair day, where you put like booths on different cultures or different nations, and on your booth like some information, like a short history. You do the currencies, like different presidents, food, costumes, and sometimes you can play music or dance too. So, I mean, that will really also help you on understanding more about the cultures and belief of a certain nationality.
Awesome. Anything else you want us to know about the Philippines or your culture?
Visit the Philippines. It's very nice. You'll enjoy the food. You'll enjoy the tourist destination, and most of all, you'll enjoy the people smiling.
That is cheap.
And it's cheap, of course. It's cheap to go there.
All right, thank you.